Hi there, it's Marianne from Thrive and welcome to my channel. Now, if you've ever opened up your Outlook app, whether it's the desktop or in the web, and felt personally attacked by the state of your inbox, then you are not alone. What I'm going to show you today is a way that we can relieve some of that stress and pressure and chaos using a simple feature that already exists inside Outlook, and that's the color categories. If you love to color code things, if you are a visual learner and you like to be able to see what's going on in your inbox at a glance, this is going to be the video for you. It's a beginner-friendly, quick, and super simple feature that you can get set up in minutes, and it will immediately give you some mental breathing room, which is what it's all about. So let's jump into Outlook and get started. So this is my Team Thrive Magic at email account, working in Outlook on the desktop, and I'm working in the classic Outlook here. It's a very normal looking inbox. There are some new, there are some old emails in there, some that I probably should have already responded to or dealt with by now. But instead of trying to hit inbox zero, what we're going to do is we're going to give Outlook some really simple signals to help it work with me to prioritize what's going on in my inbox. So the first steps are, sorry, I've already jumped ahead a bit. So from the top tab here, we're going to head to the View tab. And you can see that in the View settings, we've got columns, this is how it looks in our inbox. So we're going to go to the Columns tab, and you want to make sure that the Categories one is showing in these columns. If it's not, you'll need to add it from here. And to do that, you'll scroll down. It will be, if I was to remove it from here, you'll see it's going to pop it all in alphabetical order. So it should be pretty close to the top for you, and then we can add it. The other thing you can do here is decide where in your columns across here you want it to go. So you can see at the moment category sits here. I can actually move it up or down as well. So I can say I want it to sit right at the front. So it's the very first thing I see. Again, this is where you get to customize and personalize this to suit yourself. So this means that we're going to be able to see the categories. So we've now created a little spot where that color code will go. So I click OK and OK. And you can see mine's now popped over here. We can adjust these at any time as well, so that the word categories is quite big, but we don't necessarily need it to be a big block. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at creating those categories and renaming them to suit ourselves. So first thing, that in order to access them, I'm going to right click on an email, and you've got this option here to categorize. Now you can see I've got a couple here already. We're going to go down to all categories, and you can see I've only got these 3. You might have, if you haven't worked with categories before, you may have a whole bunch that say red category, blue category, green category, and so on. All right, so mine looks a little bit different because I've played in here before. So I'm going to create a new one, and you'll see that there's all of these colors. If you've got some sitting here, you can click the rename button, and that's going to allow you to change the name. So I'm going to rename my red one into today. I'm going to add an orange one. If you have an orange one, just click rename. And I'm going to call that this week, and OK. I'm going to add a yellow one. So if you've got a yellow one sitting there already, you'll rename. And I'm going to make this waiting. OK. And I'm going to have a green one. And you can see there's a couple of different greens. I can choose whichever one I like. I'm going to call this reference. You might choose something else. You might have a different schedule. You might have a weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually. You might have a this week, this month, this quarter. You might have a this sprint, this cycle, whatever works for you, okay? This is an example that I'm showing you today. So we've got 5 categories now because I've still got deep work and client work there. So I'm going to leave those as well. Just remember that those default categories, so that are already sitting there, like red category, they don't mean an awful lot. So just think about the labels that your brain will understand instantly. This is purely for you or whoever is in this inbox. If it's you and someone else, you need to use a shared language and a shared system. So once we've got all of these, we're going to go, okay. Now those categories exist. So the beauty is I can now look at an email, and if I click on it and go categorize, I'm going to say this one is a this week. This one is categorized as a reference. This one is also a this week. This one, we're going to make a today. This one is a reference one. And this one I'm going to make as a this week. This one I haven't categorized because it doesn't fit any of those. The beauty is now, if you've got a very simple system, a traffic light system or a color-coded system that makes sense to you, you can see at a glance what's going on. The other thing that we can do is by clicking on the categories column here, the header of this column, what it's going to do is it's going to sort them by our categories. So we can group them, and this is going to do it alphabetically. Okay, so I can put the today, this week, and reference. So this is at the top. These are the things I need to do. These ones are this week, and these ones are reference only. All of a sudden, your inbox has become a neat little action item list. And the things at the bottom that don't have a category, if I was to add one here, so if I was to categorize this one as waiting, that one's going to sit in its own category as well because I don't have any other that are waiting. I can also clear the category and it goes back to having none. Now, if you caught my time blocking video, which I released in January 2026, and you will find it by searching time blocking on my channel, this flows beautifully into what you do then in the calendar as well. You can use your categories in your inbox, with your tasks, and with your calendar in order to help you figure out what matters and then drop the important things from emails into your calendar. And you can immediately catch up on the important things first, both in your calendar and then the corresponding emails. Give it a go and see how you go. So there you have it. You do not need a complicated system to help stay on top of your inbox using categories. Much easier. Now, if you found this video helpful, then please like and share it with people that you know that would benefit from what I've shared today. If you found this helpful and you're interested in finding out more, be sure to check out my time blocking video. I will link it in the description. You can also subscribe to the channel so you'll stay up to date with all of my latest videos. The goal here is for you to take control one tiny step at a time in a way that makes sense to you. Doesn't have to matter to anybody else. It's just about how you work. Have a great day, and I will see you in another video soon. Cheers.